What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope everybody's doing well out there on this Monday. I'm doing pretty good myself. I hope everybody's had a very nice, relaxing weekend. I've come across a story right here, and it's about, some of you may have already heard about it already, about the two police officers in Compton that was, as they say, ambushed. Cowardly ambushed, that is. What we want to do right now is check out the video, you understand, and then I'll get into my commentary.
Look now at the scene in Compton where two LA County Sheriff's deputies were shot overnight. A massive search is happening right now for the gunman who ambushed the pair. Both officers were sworn in only 14 months ago. The incident happened at a Blue Line metro station. The deputies, though, are still alive.
Eyewitness News reporter Jade Hernandez live outside of St. Francis Medical Center where those officers, those deputies now fighting for their lives. Jade.
Good morning. We are live at St. Francis Medical Center, and we can show you that there is a heavy law enforcement presence this morning. It's a somber morning. The LA County Sheriff's Department is reeling with what appears to be an unprovoked ambush. Two deputies shot multiple times. This ambush was caught on metro station surveillance video, and it is very difficult to watch. You can see the shooter. He opens fire and runs. Next thing you see, the passenger door flings open and the deputy emerges and stumbles. Two LA County Sheriff's deputies shot in the head, one female deputy, one male. Both were rushed into surgery shortly after the shooting as an intense manhunt got underway. The apparent ambush at a metro station in Compton happened around 7 o'clock Saturday night while the deputies were sitting in their squad car at the Metro Blue Line station, not far from a sheriff's station in the area. Just hours after the shooter opened fire, the sheriff's department held a press conference.
That was a cowardly act. The two deputies were doing their job, minding their own business, watching out for the safety of the people on the train, and seeing somebody just walk up and just start shooting on them. It pisses me off. It dismays me at the same time, and there's no pretty way to say it.
This is what we know about the deputies this morning. One is being described as a 31-year-old mother of a 6-year-old boy. Her husband came to St. Francis Medical Center here in Linwood last night. The other deputy, 24 years old. And we understand that Sheriff Villanueva swore both of these deputies in just a little more than a year ago. Anyone with any information is being asked to call 323-890-5500 with any information.
Now, as you guys heard, the newscasters used words like it was unprovoked and it was very cowardly, and a cowardly act. You understand? And it's messed up. You understand? But I beg to differ about the word being used cowardly, and unprovoked. Check this out.
Now to an Eyewitness News investigation. An alleged gang of sheriff's deputies within the LA County Sheriff's Department known as the Executioners. Their alleged tattoo depicts a skeleton in flames, an AK-47, and a Nazi-style helmet. Miriam Hernandez has a closer look at the pressure mounting on the department to open their files on any groups like this.
From inside the Compton Sheriff Station, a deputy's claim filed with the county about an aggressive band of his cohorts allegedly in control. According to the claim, members are branded with a sinister logo,
which is a skeleton wearing a Nazi helmet with an AK-47 laughing,
and go by a sinister name, the Executioners, which according to the claim does not allow African American or female members. Deputy Art Gonzalez alleges the deputy gang is trampling on the rights of citizens and targeting him as a whistleblower.
Deputy Gonzalez, he's afraid for his safety right now, as he should be. This is a violent gang, violence, shootings, beatings.
Why y'all beating him?
Claims of excessive force and much more. And the timing. As community outcry demands systemic change, allegations in the filing claim that as many as 40% of Compton deputies are executioners or prospects. Rumblings reaching the sheriff.
Well, first of all, there is no gang of any deputies running any station right now. This matter has already been receiving very swift administrative action. We've already taken positive steps.
Pressure for change is intensifying. Professor Sean Kennedy at Loyola Law School releasing a 2-year study of deputy gangs, including the executioners.
Often, the inking is attached to some kind of act of violence, including a shooting. It's the ultimate expression of your commitment to policing and your commitment to the deputy gang.
The complainant, Deputy Art Gonzalez, is a former U.S. Marine decorated for his service in Iraq, Afghanistan. Here in Compton, once praised for speedy action to save a 4-year-old boy shot in the head. The tipping point? Gonzalez says he witnessed a deputy executioner assaulting a fellow deputy. Gonzalez called a confidential tip line for internal affairs. To his shock, he says in his claim, the recording was intercepted.
Is within 48 hours, a recording of his supposedly anonymous call was leaked to the gang at the station.
He also reports that graffiti appeared at the station entrance.
Art is a rat, and that was placed at the keypad to get into the parking lot. So that's the most visible place in the entire station.
Compton, a flashpoint for high-profile crimes. Recently, the armored SUV of rapper YG in the middle of a shootout. And an 18-year-old security guard, Andres Guardado, chased by 2 Compton deputies, shot 5 times in the back. Evidence of the secret deputy pack emerged in the wrongful death shooting case of Dante Taylor. Compton deputy Samuel Aldama forced to reveal his tattoo, saying that about 20 deputies at the Compton station have the same ink.
Skeletons, which is a symbol of death. There are flames on Aldama's tattoo, which symbolizes he's emerging from hell. There is an AK-47.
The Taylor family attorney put up huge billboards looking for potential victims. Aldama denied the group is a gang. The county settled for $7 million.
This is all taxpayers' money. So, yes, the taxpayers should be very worried. Criminal defense lawyers are going to be lining up, making motions for new trials.
The Gonzalez claim alleges the executioners brokered a deal to amp up arrest numbers. Members of the public were stopped for minor infractions. According to the Loyola study, sheriffs over the last 5 decades have been unable or unwilling to dismantle the deputy gangs, and the money paid out to settle lawsuits when they are caught crossing the line.
The inspector general gave me a ballpark estimate based on just public information that it's at least $50 million. I think in reality, it's got to be much, much more.
Villanueva says he is the first sheriff to impose a policy forbidding such groups. The inspector general says today there is no evidence that the sheriff has pursued any house cleaning. The county's watchdogs want the sheriff's records on all deputy gangs and the names of all members. The sheriff says due process laws protect deputies from such disclosure. As for Gonzalez now, he wants compensation for the years he had planned to serve, but now cannot.
Once you run afoul of the department and you blow the whistle on illegal conduct within the LA County Sheriff's Department, your career is over.
Hello, I'm Mark.
Now, that particular situation about this executioner gang came out probably about 3 to 4 months ago. Okay? So basically what they're doing is throwing rocks and hiding their hands. And then when there's a recompense, you know what I mean, done back to them all of a sudden, well, that's not right. It's cowardly and unprovoked. There's nothing unprovoked at all. Because see, it's like I've been saying, when you go throughout the United States, pretty much all of these police precincts are corrupt. You understand? They do a lot of bad things. They do a lot of wrong. They back shooting people. You understand? I mean, they concealing evidence that would basically incriminate them if it ever came out. I mean, wow. You understand? So now all of a sudden they want the people to feel sorry for them. There's so many unreported things that's happening, you know, in Compton to everyday people by the hands of these so-called officers. You understand what I'm saying? See, we need more officers like Mark, whatever his name was, you know what I'm saying, to step up, even though they call him a rat. You know what I mean? But to step up and expose these rogue ass officers so that things like this won't happen to the good officers. You see? But see, you got a lot of good officers that see these things that the rogue officers are doing, you understand, and refuse to expose the officers. So they won't be targeted as rats or what have you. But hey, you was sworn in, you know what I mean, to protect and uphold the law. Not to watch a fellow officer do criminal shit and then keep your mouth shut about it. See? Because if you do, the bad things that those rogue officers do is going to fall on you. Probably just like those two officers that just got shot. Maybe they were good cops. Who knows? But they paying the price of bad cops. You see? Let's get into this particular story right here. It said, blood-spattered hero female cop shot in jaw saves life of fellow officer after he was shot in head by an attacker who ambushed patrol car. All right. And it says, now that was a shooting right there that happened just Sunday morning, as a matter of fact, in Compton. It says a graphic image captured moments after two police officers were shot while sitting in a parked patrol car has emerged, showing the shocking injury sustained by one of the cops. The victims, a 31-year-old mother and a 6-year-old son, and a 24-year-old male, were ambushed by an unarmed gunman who opened fire on them through their car window. The Metro Blue Line station in Los Angeles around 7 p.m. Saturday. Okay, well, it was Saturday then, you know, and I guess this is one of the officers right here that was shot. Now you can see that. It says here, the deputies both appeared to be covered in blood in this image, reportedly taken moments after they were shot by unknown gunmen. The female deputy was reportedly shot in the face and can be seen in a photo taken seconds after the attack, standing next to a pillar with her upper body covered in blood. The male deputy can be seen kneeling down by her side while holding up a blood-soaked hand with a gun on the ground in front of them. I'm told female deputy was shot through jaw. Oof. Still radioed for help and apply a tourniquet to male deputy's wound. Fox LA correspondent Bill Milligan in post on Twitter. The female of the two wounded officers who work for the Los Angeles Transit Service Bureau approved the release of the disturbing image, according to Milligan. The deputies are both in critical condition, but expected to survive, a spokeswoman for Los Angeles Sheriff's Department told The Sun. And here's the image right here of the gunman. You know, and right away, you know, they're saying it's a black guy. I don't know how they know that, but they put it on somebody black. The gunman can be seen opening fire on the police officers who were sitting in a parked patrol car when they were ambushed. Authorities have announced a $100,000 reward for anyone with information that leads to convicting the attacker. Grainy CCTV footage of the attack shows the shooter fire a weapon through the passenger side of the patrol car, leaving the two officers with critical head wounds. The suspect got off a bus at the station and then carried out the attack before fleeing on foot, authorities said. We at the LASD would like to offer our sincerest appreciation for the overwhelming support being offered from all over the nation, a spokesperson for the Sheriff's Department said in a statement yesterday. We also wish to thank the LA County Board of Supervisors for sponsoring the $100,000 reward for the arrest and conviction of this coward. At this point, we have a very, very generic description of a dark-skinned male, and that came from one of the victims, Captain Kent Wagner told news conference. Okay. The LASD spokeswoman told The Sun that a suspect had not been identified. No further information was available at this time. Okay, so they got the $100,000 reward, or what have you. So I don't know. Whoever did this shit, he better not have told anyone what he was going to do, and he better not tell anybody what he did if that's the case. To continue here, the sheriff's department also cautioned on Twitter late Sunday that social media posts of the alleged shooter had identified the wrong person. And that's another thing. You're going to get a lot of that stuff too. Currently, there's a social media post that is being circulated with identifies a male out of Los Angeles as the suspect responsible for the ambush of our 2 deputies yesterday, the post said. This is erroneous. This is erroneous information, and there are no named or wanted suspects at this time. Oh, man. This is not going to end good, I tell you. Let's check this out. It says here, onlookers mock shooting at the 2 LA deputies as audio reveals moments cop begs for help after taking bullet in head. Let's look. Let's see if we forget this.
Just got aired out, nigga. They just got bust on, nigga. They just got aired out. They just got aired out. It's going up. Somebody bust on their. Put the sheriff down. Somebody bust on the police. Damn. Oh, 2 sheriffs shot in the face. They just got aired out. Somebody ran up on the car and bust on it right through the window in the face. קיבלנו את ההחלטות למתווה מהודק.
Gee whiz. Anyway, well, hey, they can look to get this kind of mocking. You understand? I said, with all the dirty shit police officers do in this country to innocent people. I mean, uncountless shit. Uncountless. And they continue to fucking do it. What? There was just a case just the other day, I think it was in Memphis, Tennessee, where they had pulled a black man out of a car that wasn't even driving. He was a pastor, just because he didn't have an ID, and beat him down in the streets. You understand him in front of his children and every damn thing else. Now they said one of the officers, was fired, but nevertheless, shit like that and uncountless things. I'm telling you, case upon case upon case. So y'all can look for more to hear more stories about police officers being shot dead. You know what I'm saying? For a lot, just because of a lot of shit that they're continuing to do. And, they do not respect the citizens in this country. They think because they have a badge and a gun that they're first class citizens and you are second class. They don't give no kind of cares about your feelings or your rights. And that's just all there is to it. Now, in conclusion here, it says Sheriff Alex Villanueva. Alex Villanueva, excuse me if I know I'm not pronouncing that right, said the deputies injured in the attack were both sworn into the department just 14 months ago. The victims initiated radio contact after they were shot and were rushed to the hospital with the assistance of other deputies, he said. This is just a somber reminder that this is a dangerous job and actions and words have consequences, Villanueva said. Villanueva added, our job does not get any easier because people do not like law enforcement. I wonder why. You a police officer, you know what I mean? You ain't got to be Columbo to know. To know why they don't like your ass. Look around you. Look at what y'all doing. Okay? But I digress. It pisses me off. It dismays me at the same time. There's no pretty way to say it. FBI Los Angeles has offered resources and stands ready to assist in response to the attack. Whoa, okay. Oh, here's a little bit more. I thought it was done. Okay, local law enforcement officers took to social media to express their anger and disgust over the shooting. I hope this monster is caught soon. LAPD Captain Gazelle Espinosa tweeted, "I'm sick to my stomach. The deputies are in my prayers. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God." Listen at this shit. Like I said, let's get that same energy when y'all out here doing the same shit that this just happened to y'all. Let's get some people. Let's get some of your officers to say, "I'm sick to my stomach." When one of your fellow officers go out and shoot somebody, that didn't deserve it. That was complying. Let's get that same energy when you see a person, you know what I mean, for no reason, and just go and just tackle them and start beating them and saying they was looking suspicious and the person dies. You understand? Let's get that same energy when you smother a person or whatever you do to them. You know what I'm saying? Like the situation that just happened back here in, I can't remember where they killed one brother. They put a bag over his head. Okay? Let's get that same energy then. You ain't sick to your stomach then from all the shit that y'all causing that's coming back on you. But it's like I always say, it's not a person on this planet can stand a dose of their own damn medicine. And as the word says, you reap what you sow. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this particular story right here. I'm interested in hearing y'all thoughts and views and opinions on it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.